Tuesday morning, everyone. I'm Sophie Flay.
And I'm Hannah Batal. We begin with a crisis in the South. Many people entering day 4 with no power after that historic ice storm.
More National Guard troops are being deployed as the region faces bitter cold temperatures. At least 30 deaths nationwide are now blamed on the storm, and sadly, that number is rising after the deaths of 3 children in Texas. Here's ABC's Lionel Moise.
This morning, the death toll rising after the winter storm that left behind 2,000 miles of freezing rain, snow, and ice. And now a heartbreaking reminder of how dangerous the conditions can be. The small city of Bonham, Texas, mourning the loss of 3 siblings who drowned in an icy pond.
Well, thank you. Now to the growing fallout after the shooting of Alex Preddy by border agents in Minneapolis. The Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, reportedly met with President Trump last night amid scrutiny over Noem's criticism of Preddy after Saturday's shooting. Sources tell the New York Times Noem's job is not in jeopardy, but ABC News has just learned there will be a staffing shakeup in Minnesota as soon as today.
Protests in Minneapolis growing rowdy last night ahead of a change in leadership of immigration operations after the death of VA nurse Alex Preddy. A crowd gathering outside the hotel where protesters believe Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino is staying. Sources say Bovino is set to leave Minneapolis today as part of a leadership shuffle. He's been the face of the immigration crackdown in Minnesota, seen recently tossing this smoke grenade into an unruly crowd. Bovino, just hours after the shooting of Alex Preddy by federal agents Saturday, made this claim without evidence.
This looks like a situation where an individual wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement.
Those comments were widely criticized. Sources say Bovino will now resume his duties in California. Stepping in for Bovino will be border czar Tom Homan. President Trump says Homan will meet with Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey today. Frey, after speaking with Trump, said the president agreed that the present situation cannot continue. Some federal agents will begin leaving the area tomorrow, and I will continue pushing for the rest involved in this operation to go. Trump also speaking with Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Trump saying, "It was a very good call, and we actually seem to be on a similar wavelength. Crime is way down, but both Governor Walz and I want to make it better."
Yeah, sometimes I like blunt questions because they sort of get at the underlying feelings that people have. So this is about as blunt a question as you can get. Deport all immigrants here illegally. I will note the ABC News poll asked about undocumented immigrants. So we have slightly different questions, but these were all taken within the last month. And there's real uniformity here. That's what I really think you see. You see real uniformity. Deporting all immigrants who are here illegally, 55% of the New York Times. Marquette, 64%. CBS News, 57%. ABC News with a slightly different question, 56%. So what you're seeing essentially here is a very clear indication that a majority of Americans, in fact, when they're asked this blunt question, which I believe gets at the underlying feelings, do in fact want to deport all immigrants who are here illegally. There's no arguing with these different numbers because they're all essentially the same across 4 different pollsters. Feelings towards immigration in this country, feelings towards undocumented immigrants and deporting all of them have become considerably more hawkish, and I think that gives Donald Trump much more leverage to go with the American people and sort of have these hawkish, some might say harsh, different rhetoric and also issue-based sort of going after immigrants who are here illegally, want immigration levels decreased. This includes legal and illegal immigration. Look at this. Last year, 55%. That is the highest level since the 9/11 aftermath. You go back just to 2020.
And this, again, legal and illegal. So people want less people coming into the country.
Exactly. They want less people coming into the country. Look at that. That's a 14-point rise from 2023. You go back to 2016 when Donald Trump again was running for president the first time, it was 38%. That's a 17-point rise. So the bottom line is more folks want people who are here illegally deported, and their overall feelings towards immigration have become considerably more hawkish.
63% say they're okay with deporting immigrants who are here illegally and arrived in the last 4 years. 87% are good with deporting immigrants who are here illegally.
Couple things. Number one, the Second Amendment is a right. I'm not a Second Amendment absolutist. You have the right to carry a weapon to defend yourself, not the privilege. It is a right. Those rights come with restrictions. I think you would understand that more than anyone at this table. One of those restrictions is you have to have your ID and your permit on you. We don't know current reports are he didn't have either one of those on, at which point he's not carrying legally. But number two, even beyond that, with the right to carry a firearm comes the responsibility to do it correctly and to do it with foresight and to do it understanding the situation you're walking into and what could happen once you get there. Just about every state offers a class on that. And if you carry your firearm, you should take that class. And if your state charges you for it, you should go protest for that class to be taxpayer funded because it is a right. So that's important. We can talk about policy all day long. There's only one person in this world that could have absolutely prevented Alex Pretty from getting shot that day, and it's Alex Pretty. Doesn't mean I think he should have been shot.
Many of us grew up reading that story of Anne Frank. Somebody's going to write that children's story about Minnesota.